What's up guys, Ruppy here bringing you my Week 4 battle for the A-Drive Army Battle League as my 3-0 Columbus Swoo attempt to remain undefeated against the daunting challenge of a virtual counter team to us in the 1-2 Minnesota Vikavolts coached by Colin aka Swellulas in not A-Drive. I made that clear in the team builder video. Now I have my team off to the left, his team's off to the right, or at least what I'm predicting in the bring, though honestly I'm not too confident in the 6 I have on that side. Just because, honestly, there are a number of different things he could bring to this game, and every single one, well, the vast majority of them terrify me. So I'm not banking on that being the exact team he brings. I just kind of picked 6 of the top threats at random. Alrighty, so with everything in place, I'm going to go ahead and send this challenge, and with any luck, I'm just going to go ahead and start getting things set up in the meantime. Challenge has been sent, so with any luck here in a moment. Alrighty, so gonna make sure I share the link so we can get the appropriate people in here. Alrighty, that's been shared. We'll have to wait and see, and let's see what he brought. He brought sorry, getting all sorts. So he did bring the Manaphy, that doesn't surprise me. Mega Ampharos, Sylveon, Ferrothorn, Dusclops, and Crobat. And I'm going to go ahead and ignore specs. Alright, so let's get a few Mons chains. There are quite a few ideas. So he did bring the Manaphy, he brought the Ferrothorn, he brought the Sylveon and the Dusclops. He did not bring Emboar, which is a huge weight off my shoulders. If he would have brought that Emboar, I could have foreseen a ton of problems. Okay. He did bring the Mega Ampharos, which is a bit of an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and plop Mr. Fabio, aka Fancy Hair, right where it needs to be. And he also did not bring the Nidoqueen. Instead, he brought the Crobat, which does make sense, so he can try to keep hazards off his side of the field. That definitely makes sense. Not to mention, Brave Bird / Bat / whatever is kind of an issue when in regards to my Mega Venusaur. Alright, so my layout is all copacetic now. I blame Shady Penguin for introducing that word into my everyday vocabulary. Okay, so how do I want to go about this? I feel like either Ferrothorn or Manaphy would be a very likely lead. Alright, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure that got sorted out. Honestly, I think I'm just going to... I'm going to go ahead and lead Herbivore. And he leads Crobat. That's actually kind of worst case scenario for me. A Brave Bird does a lot to me. I was actually kind of hoping he wouldn't pull that stunt. Okay, so how do I want to go about this? I think my plan of attack here is just switch straight out into Mabel. And he's gonna U-turn out. Okay, so he does pack the U-turn. And that did a little more than I thought it would. Okay, so I think we are looking at a banded Crobat here. Good to know. Okay, hello, banded Crobat. Yeah, that U-turn did way too much for it to be any other item. So, I mean, I could have predicted the first turn U-turn just a scout, but now it's going to be interesting to see what he goes into. Mabel does have leftovers, so I'll be able to get some of my health back. And depending on what he brings in, I actually might be in a good position to just get my rocks up now. If this Crobat's banded, then this thing is going to be a lot easier to handle as far as everything else is concerned. So he goes into Mr. Big Bad Dusclops here. Why does that not surprise me in the slightest? A Will-O-Wisp would kind of stink a bit. Energy Ball kind of lost a bit of usefulness because that was mostly for the Seismitoad, which didn't even come. I mean, it still does hit Manaphy relatively hard. Thunderbolt might have been a better option, though, if I was really that confident he wasn't going to bring Seismitoad. But I couldn't rule out the possibility. Realistically, if I'm that confident he is going to Will-O-Wisp, I have two options here. I could go into Firestorm, which is immune to Will-O-Wisp because it's a fire type. Or I could go into Claydol, which really does not care about it, and potentially get a Toxic off on this thing. I'm thinking I'm gonna go into Firestorm. And so he is packing Shadow Ball, so good thing I did not go into Emeth. And that honestly gives me a nice opportunity. I'm just gonna fire off a Fire Blast and just try to start breaking this wall down. Break the walls down. Well, I mean, WrestleMania is this weekend. But this is not about WrestleMania or wrestling or etc. This is about Firestorm, getting off a Fire Blast, and trying to put a nice dent in this Dusclops' health. A burn would be nice, toxicing this thing would be even better, but... Let's see... Shadow from this thing did... Okay, so this thing is not necessarily... I'm just trying to get an idea for what this Dusclops could be, so I can gauge how big of an issue it might be from a standpoint of actually hitting me with attacks. It seems like it might be a potential issue, so he's gonna go on a Sylveon on the Fire Blast, and that was not bad damage at all. Okay, so this thing does have some special defense investment. That much is clear. The question is how much? Because it took that Fire Blast a little better than I thought it would, but even still, it's not bad. Huh. So here's a very good question. Are you Specs? I mean, that Crobat's gotta be banded. As I just get a few things updated here. Okay, so... let's think for a moment here. If he is a Specs Sylveon, a Psyshock would really hurt me right now. There is one Mon that really would not have too big of a problem, though. I think I'm going to go back into Mabel now. As he's just going to get up a Wish. Okay, so he is the Wish set. And he does have... okay. Well, no, he doesn't have leftovers. Because only Mabel restored health. Okay. So this is a Sylveon that has... it's a Cleric set... well, okay, it's got Wish. It probably has Protect. I'm just going to go ahead and get my rocks up and see what he wants to do. Because I really don't think this, even if he did put Psyshock on this thing, this Sylveon really should not be able to touch Jirachi at all. Even if for whatever reason he is, I mean, if he's not running Heal Bell, that is perfectly fine with me, to be perfectly honest. If he doesn't have Heal Bell, if I can get that Dusclops Toxic, that could make a world of difference in this case. Alrighty. I'm really confident in getting in this Rocks play, though. I'm getting my Rocks up. Which should definitely help in wearing his team down. If that Crobat's banded, he's going to go ahead and Protect, which is perfectly fine with me, because I'm going to be able to get my Rocks up for pretty much for free. Not having Iron Head kind of hinders me now, because I ran Zen Headbutt mostly for the Emboar. Other than the Crobat, all the things that I wanted to run Zen Headbutt for didn't even come, which is kind of an issue. Zen Headbutt still has a... So he's going to go back into Dusclops, which is going to take Rocks damage. It's going to frisk me to find my leftovers, which I've already revealed anyway. There's the Zen Headbutt, which does nothing. Okay, so last time he had this thing in, it just straight up Shadow Balled me. Which it does do a decent amount. I'm gonna go into Emeth now. There's the Calm Mind. So this game now begins. And I'm just gonna go ahead and straight up Toxic this thing. Because I'm just gonna watch this thing just slowly get worn down now. I'm not too afraid of this thing getting up a couple Calm Mind boosts because, I mean, it is going to be a bit of an extra pain to take it down, but if I can land this, I can take a Shadow Ball from this range, easy. Especially if he's more defensively invested, which it kind of looks like he is, which makes sense because Eviolite. So, I do know this thing is Shadow Ball, Calm Mind, which does not surprise me in the slightest. That's Sylveon is Wish Protect. Still don't know its item, which kind of concerns me a little bit. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, it's a crazy idea. I know it's not choice. Alright, the Dusclops is Toxic, which is very beneficial for me now. That Toxic is really going to help wear this thing down. He went for the Pain Split, which hurt a tiny bit, but not that much. Alright. So from this point, it now really becomes a matter of what I want to do next. I mean, I can still take a Shadow Ball from this range. I think I'm going to Psyshock just to get some damage off on this thing. He hits me with the Shadow Ball, which really does not do a whole lot. Which is nice. Let me think here. I want to see how I want to proceed with this. I'm just gonna Psyshock again. I mean, it might be a bit of a problem that I would be letting Emeth get worn down here, but maybe he'll switch out seeing with the Toxic. I want to see if I can get him to a point where he might try to Calm Mind again, because no matter how many Calm Minds he gets up, this Dusclops I really don't think can touch Mega Venusaur. Will-O-Wisp would suck, but Synthesis kind of nullifies that, and if he's packing Toxic instead, I'm immune to it as his last move. Alternatively, if this thing has Rest, that could be a bit of a problem. But if he's got Pain Split, yep, okay, he's up to +2 now. So, I want to double check something here really quick as the Toxic continues to wear him down. I just want to double check and see how much it's going to do to a non-Mega Evolved Mega Venusaur because I haven't gotten a chance to Mega Evolve it yet because I did not want to take the risk with the Crobat turn 1. The special defense investment I have... Yeah, it looks like I can still take it, so I'm going to make the switch into Herbivore now. He goes in Shadow Balls. I do take that relatively nicely. And I'm just going to Mega Evolve and Synthesis. Okay, he goes ahead and goes to the paint. I think I see his tactic here now. I'm just going to Synthesis again, honestly. And now I'm just going to Giga Drain, and Dusclops is gone. That's another kill for Herbivore to make up for not really doing anything last week. So the Dusclops wall is gone, which is really nice. So my plan with Claydol worked a little better than I thought, actually, because I was just expecting the Toxicate, slowly wear it down. And here comes the Crobat. Surprise, surprise. And I'm honestly just going to waste no time in going back into Mabel now. If he wants to defog, that's fine. That would be perfectly fine with me if he wants to go ahead and defog now, because with the damage output he had from the U-turn he pulled off earlier, I'm honestly expecting this thing to be banded. Okay, so Herbivore, I believe, is up to 7 kills in the season now. It didn't get any last week, but it filled a better pivot role last week. So I'm not really all about, like, trying to get, like, major wins over people. Like, differential will become a concern of mine later in the season if it comes to it. Right now, I just want to play to basically try and win. I'm not... Unless the opportunity presents itself, I'm not much of a sweeper, though part of me is kind of hoping I can pull it off this game, potentially. But I definitely like to consider myself a bit of a mid-battle strategist. Yeah, so he is taking his time thinking about this Crobat move. I mean, me switching out of Herbivore does seem fairly obvious, and there's nothing stopping him from U-turning again. But if this Crobat is his lone form of hazard control is the thing. So he is going to U-turn again, do it with the same amount of damage, which is perfectly fine. He does not have Dusclops anymore, which is really nice. That's one less thing I need to worry about. And now he's going to go into the Ferrothorn. So that's not much of a surprise to me. So this Ferrothorn is the lone hazard setter he ended up bringing. So it really now becomes a question of what exactly is he going to do? Well, I know what I'm going to do. Despite the fact that I know I'm going to take Iron Barb's damage, I'm just going to go ahead and Fire Punch this thing. Do a fair amount of damage as he goes ahead and gets up his rocks, which is fine with me. I can definitely get Claydol in later and spin those away. Most likely on the Sylveon. Maybe even the... well... if that's what I think it is... maybe not so much the Crobat. Definitely the Sylveon or the Mega Ampharos, though. I'm just going to go ahead and Fire Punch again. And here we go. There's the Manaphy. So now it boils down to exactly what kind of set is this Manaphy running. I'm just going to go ahead and fire off an Energy Ball to get some... I mean, Fire Punch didn't do anything. Rocks did some decent damage, though. It looks like he's kind of not invested in special deep... that Fire Punch did around what I thought it would. Maybe he is running Tail Glow 3 attacks. Yep, there's the Tail Glow. Big surprise. That Energy Ball did a nice chunk, though. From this range, Surf cannot kill me. Even a Hydro Pump misses out on a KO here. He's gonna Surf, Mabel's gonna live, fire off this Energy Ball, and Manaphy is gone! Sorry for the overexcitement there, but that means... every time I seem to encounter a Manaphy in draft format, I have huge problems with it. So getting that thing out of here is huge for me. Especially considering one of the other mythical Pokemon in Mabel ended up doing the job. Now Mega Ampharos comes in, which is a... Well, actually, no, I don't think you are as big of a problem as you probably think you are. I'm just going to go into Emeth. He's going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. He fires off a Dragon Pulse, which... I took that a little better than I thought I would. Is he actually a more defensive set? It looks like he might be a more defensive set, potentially. I'm just going to go ahead and I am fast, so I'm going to be able to get these rocks out of here, which is really nice. Emeth is actually going to be able to live that Dragon Pulse. This is what Claydol does, guys. Claydol puts in the... Claydol is actually a really underrated threat. I'm just going to go ahead and fire off an Earth Power on this thing. Get a decent amount of damage off. Wear this Mega Ampharos down a little more. And now I think it basically kind of becomes a matter of how do I want to proceed from here. That Sylveon is still at full health, so I don't feel comfortable trying to send in one of my sweepers just yet. If he's a more defensive set, Herbivore might actually be able to take it on fairly well. So far, he's only revealed Dragon Pulse. I can spell dragon correctly. Yeah, if that's the case, this thing's really going to be kind of hard-pressed to really touch Herbivore. So... I'm going to fire off a Sludge Bomb. If he wants to... Well, actually, I should outspeed this thing. So if he want... I don't think he's going to like taking a Sludge Bomb, trying to Volt Switch out on me. If he wants to Flat Switch into Ferrothorn, that's perfectly fine. No, he's going to take the Sludge Bomb. I get the poison off it too, which now becomes irrelevant. And I know he's Sleep Talk as well. Okay. So, this actually kind of turned into a slight problem. How do I want to proceed from here, knowing, because Dragon Pulse, Rest, he really can't touch me, but the problem is I'm not going to be, he's going to be able to stall me out a bit with Rests, is kind of the problem. What I really need to do is get one of my sweepers in and get them set up. I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb for now. Do a decent amount of damage. There's the Sleep Talk. He's going to reveal the Volt Switch, which... That's actually kind of fine by me. I kind of hate to keep doing this. I don't want to... Part of me doesn't want to sack off Mabel again, because... Well, Mabel does... At this point, Mabel does kind of seem like the least useful member of my team, so I am going to go ahead and sack it off to what is most likely at this point a Brave Bird. That would really see... I mean... If he's not going to try and defog these rocks away, which if he is choiced, which so far he's... Yep, there's the Brave Bat. So there goes that. However, I think this might be an opportune moment for me. I think I might have found a potentially opportune moment. I'm gonna bring in Jasper now. The first time Jasper has actually hit the field, I'm going to go ahead and set up a Dragon Dance. I mean, with multi-scale still intact, Banded Crobat is not going to be doing too terribly much to me. And from this range, a Thunder Punch easily mops the floor with this thing. He's going to switch out into Ferrothorn, which is about to prove to not necessarily be the brightest of ideas. I'm just going to go ahead and straight up Fire Punch the thing. Fare thee well, Ferrothorn. Okay, so I would honestly not be surprised if Sylveon ends up coming in here. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. So, I am at 88%. I actually kind of have a chance to live a Hyper Voice here. It's actually kind of a roll. And you know what? Since the whole reason I actually needed it is kind of null and void now, with Manaphy long gone, I'm just going to go ahead and fire off my Gigavolt Havoc now, just to get a ton of damage. Dragonite lives on 1! What? Wow, okay, not exactly expecting that, but it's... Oh my god, I think Jasper's just gonna clean up from here. Thunder Punch is gonna kill the Sylveon. That was amazing. That was just amazing. And now from this point, all I really do is just click Outrage and this game is done. So, there we go. Crisis averted once again. Jasper gets its sweep, and my Columbus Swoo are going to advance onwards to 4-0. And thankfully, to my benefit, this time no display driver crashes as well. So, no worries there. Plan executed once again. Oh, that was a great game, Colin. That was a phenomenal battle. Jasper gets its Rampage in the name of the Homeworld Gems and my Columbus Swoo, I suppose. That was incredible. So, thank you guys so very much for watching. I have been Ruppy, and I will go ahead and see you guys next time after this adrenaline rush has long since worn off, and I'm probably a little less hyper in the wake of what just happened. 1 HP. Wow. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.